It's Monday the 28th of April reflections. So we started off today by doing some quick games. These ones were like focus games, so we had to get into a partner. We played 1, 2, 3. So one partner would say 1, then you'd say 2, then they'd say 3, and then you have to add in a clap and a jump. So on 1 you'd clap, on 2 you jump, 3 you do nothing. And when you add in the claps and the jumps, it gets confusing because then you're trying to remember what number, and then also trying to remember like what action goes with that number, and I always get it wrong. Then you also have to get into a partner and do mirror, so that's quite self-explanatory. You just one person leads, and then sometimes the other person leads, and then the other time you both have to collectively lead but not lead. So you're like trying to follow them, but also they have to try follow you in case you like switch course. I find that one quite easy when you're with someone you understand a bit more than whether it's someone you don't talk to as much, because then you kind of know what they're going to do. And then we also did people to people. So that is where one person will shout like elbow to elbow, forehead to forehead, leg to leg, and then they'll shout people to people, and you have to find another pair. Then Matt had some pickups he wanted to do, so my group, we had to go through the rainbow scene, the new edit, since we hadn't properly done that scene yet, and some of the lines had been cut and it changed. Then we also had to go through the argumenty bits in Someday. No. 1 minute. The argument bits in our first scene. We also went over Someday's the ending, like our final lines that we say after the song, and then staging for Play On, and then nagging to Joe. So in one of our scenes we're like, please tell us, but we could never like figure out when that was, so we just went over timing for that, and mainly just tweaking a few bits, tweaking some positions, just so it would fit more nice and seem more natural in a way. Then I went over with the Legacies group, our scene with them where we're telling the group about how it's a fix and how Anton only wants them to win, and how that scene works, just to do it again since we don't really do that scene very much. After that we came back after break and we just did some sprint and stretching and some vocal work, which we normally do every week, and then went straight into some rehearsals. So we did 4 company numbers. We did 5, 6, 7, 8, which is becoming just natural now to all of us, I feel. It's just looking a lot better and a lot cleaner. Then we went over Her Down timing because we now have a track, which is amazing. It sounds so much better. Then we go over Giddy Up, so how we now sing la 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 la, and then like when we start adding our faces. So at the beginning we're very like, we're going to win, we're not playing your game. Then by the first la las, na nas, whatever it is, we're like happy, and then we're very happy at the end because we know we've won. Then while Matt was working with other groups on their company scenes, he told my group to work on scenes and lines. This was just so we could get it all in our head, make sure everything was correct. Then after that we ran scene 15, which is Her Down, all the way through to the end of Sweet Home Alabama scene. And I just feel like it's just becoming a smoother transition, just working so much better, and everyone's got so much more energy now. And that was the end of the day. It was very stop-starty, just polishing, working through things just to make sure everything was polished, because obviously it's a show in 2 weeks, so it's just stop-starty, very let's just go over this part, which is obviously very needed but just a bit boring. But yeah, that was the end of the day.